What's up, Brian?
Hi, Lecie.
It's O-Town Swing, last day of March 31st, 2022. Tonight we started with some stylized walking that we later use in our patterns. We started first with boogie walks.
Boogie walks, the ever-elusive boogie walks. So first I'm gonna lighten my heels and soften my knees. And then when I take a step, I'm gonna actually lift that hip up and then take a step, lift the hip up. So it's actually a little bit more of a linear style of a boogie walk versus the more lateral side to side with the knee and hip. So once again, soft heels, soft knees, lift the hip as you step, lift, and then you can speed that up, and there you go.
Depending on the music, if it's a little more staccato, if it's more hip hop sound, and also the chunks. We talked about how this is kind of like you're falling onto a straight leg. So if I'm stepping forward with the right, I'm falling onto that straight leg, left knee is bent up on the ball of the left foot. You can throw in some hand styling if you want, depending on the music. And we use these later in our patterns. The base pattern that we use was this Sweetheart. We started out with a right hand hold, 6 count pattern, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So we just started there, not doing anything special with any of it, okay? This is like, we started out with like this modified straight jacket. So we're gonna keep this all linear on the slot. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna pick up the hand, and I'm gonna go 5 and 6, right, left, right, 5 and 6. We'll also do that facing. One. Oh no, I'm gonna be looking the wrong way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And from here we had a couple different options. All right, option 1 would be leader has no idea. I'm sort of turning over the wheel for the follower. Opening the door.
Open the door, and followers you can walk through. You can use those boogie walks if you'd like. There's several different walks.
The follower makes it through. We're just anchoring right, left, right, somewhere back. If I do have an idea, maybe there's something in the music inspiring me, we dance to That's the Way Love Goes by Janet Jackson. There's this part where the bells go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we did 4 chugs. So as we come here, before Lecie has an opportunity to do anything, I start reading 1, 2, 3, 4, goes on with the music. I have to stop and at some point open that door.
I can chug through.
Let the follower come through.
You talked about there's 3 places where I want to look before I decide that the leader doesn't have an idea. And so I'm going to look at the leader. If the leader's looking at me, usually that means go on ahead. If the leader's looking down, that is usually signifying look where I'm looking. And so then I'll look at the leader's feet, I'll feel the connection moving. I'll usually feel that the doorway hasn't opened. If the leader is not moving, looking at me and lifts and creates space for me to fill, then I know it's open-ended and I can do whatever.
And the third option we had was if the follower has an idea and he hears something in the music, how can the follower signal to the leader, hey, like I want to do something here?
So usually I'll give a signal if I want to make a change. If I'm merely going to walk through to the end of the slot, I don't need to signal that. If I'm going to signal, it's because I want to stay still or I'm going to change direction. So I'm going to do that by placing a hand. Whenever you place a hand on the leader, somewhere that they didn't already have it, it's kind of like, pay attention. So we talked about a couple of things. You can stay still, stay in place. I like to self-dip. Be careful with that one. I can also what I call PeekABoo. So like I'm going to dig into this front foot and PeekABoo under the connection and then redirect myself and go back the way I came.
Leaders, we're not leading anything there. We're basically reacting to what the follower is doing. Okay? Those were the 3 options we had for that. For one final thing, we did talk about increase the amount of rotation the leader is doing. This first option is if you want to bring things towards the audience and towards the judge. This way,
That's
right?
very useful in a spotlight.
Nice to open that up. Or continue our traveling down the slot. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm still going to go 5 and 6, right, left, right. But then we come all the way around. With that one, I'm far enough ahead of the follower that I wouldn't like necessarily lead chugs or something like that. I'm going to pause, let the follower catch up, come through the door. All right.